Nice win, Carla. Nice.
Well,
win,
I didn't win
Carla.
it. Nadal did. I'm just laughing. I just feel very, very, very bad for the Djokovic fans. They're not very, very, very happy today.
I think. Look,
I'm sorry.
I think William Spencer already said it best. If you look at his comment, he says, "Let it be never said that Novak fans didn't expect 22 to 23 slams in 2022." Incredible.
I've been doing this show for 3 years.
3 years.
And by now, Djokovic should have 25, according to Djokovic fans.
His time's coming. Wimbledon's around the corner. We'll see what happens there.
Yeah. I know that Djokovic has to be kicking himself in the ass. Had he gotten the COVID shot, perhaps Nadal would be at just 21.
Had he not had a line judge that could, a ball boy that could,
They would be tied.
that couldn't get out of the way of the ball.
They would be
That
tied.
would have helped as well.
Yeah, they probably would have been 22. Instead, now, for all those Nadal haters, poor Djokovic fans, I feel for you guys. I really do. Not really. I'm sorry, because I remember some people, Rajesh Kumar, would watch because it was Djokovic, and now he doesn't watch tennis because Djokovic doesn't, he's not winning.
What's up, Gene Swart? Gene Swart, by
He's
the
a
way.
loyal Djokovic fan, and he still watches.
Yeah, and by the way, Gene Swart, who just jumped in, comments, is in South Africa. A phenomenal young man, great tennis mind, a family guy, and he does. He is one of two people, him and Thomas Chi in Canada. He's in South Africa.
What's up, Wayne?
What's up,
Wayne
bro?
Chia. You and I are like the biggest Rafa fans, and I don't think not even you and I thought that Rafa would even have 22. I don't think we even thought he would have that. Never. You and I were like very quiet about it.
Yeah, so Gene
Him
Swart,
and I have been super quiet about it.
yes, and we're going to get into all this and more. So, Gene Swart, we have already sent you your $50 US by means of PayPal. Let us know if you got that.
He did.
Okay, thank you, Gene. We will be doing that same fantasy group for Wimbledon. By the way, for all of you that play the fantasy teams, no one won the $500 for the finals predictions. We are going to roll it to Wimbledon.
What is this?
We're going to roll it to Wimbledon, and we're going to add $100. So all you have to do is subscribe to play. So make sure you hit the subscribe button, because when Wimbledon starts, all you have to do is predict the men's final, the women's finals, and both winners. And if you hit that, you're going to have the chance to win $600, or you will.
This guy says, say his name. Tarek Katawi.
Where?
Tarek Katawi? Did I
Where?
say that right? Tarek
Yeah, Tarek Katawi.
Katawi.
Good. Okay. What's up, Tarek? Let's get down.
Tarek.
All right. Well, welcome, Tarek. Good to see you in the comments.
No,
Hopefully you're active in them. Before we get into the show, one of our 5 children, Liliana, is over here to your right, our left. And Liliana, by the way, before you played the song for us, are you a Rafael Nadal fan?
Yes.
Are you excited that Rafael Nadal won the French Open for the 14th time?
Yes, I was kind of expecting it after Djokovic got beat by him.
Okay.
And Djokovic fans cannot say, like, how they usually say, oh, but Rafa won because Djokovic lost before that. No, they can't. They're quiet. They're shh.
Crickets.
Guys, I'm serious though. If you are I think Wayne Chia said I must take this down. In order for me to take this down, we have to still have mad respect for this man.
No, whoa. You can't. Okay.
I'm not. No. But we have to have mad respect for this dude. But besides that, where are the Nadal? Nobody sends me anything about Nadal. No one. We need to somebody needs to send me something on Nadal poster or something. I could buy it myself, but why would I buy it? I could see him.
Put stuff on your own wall.
Yeah.
And look, you can never take it down. The wall behind us, we put things up that people send us. So the tennis racket on the right was hand painted by a Djokovic fan, Florence, and she's overseas. We have the Federer backhand. We have the Justinian backhand. That's for my dad. The 5K tennis metaphor list. The Djokovic poster, it's not a poster, it's an actual print. It's an actual photograph that was expanded and then signed by a water polo club in Houston, Texas, and we put it on the wall. So
send me something about Nadal. William, send me something. You're a big Nadal fan.
We can never take the poster down.
No, I will never
we
take
can
it
put a Nadal here.
Yeah. A good comment, William. They don't even talk about how Rafa getting an easy draw beat 4 top players in route. And French Open has to be kicking themselves.
Who said that?
Wayne and Chia.
Okay, Wayne and Chia.
They have to be kicking their asses because think about it. The other one side of the draw was kind of cheesy. The other one was tough. It was a bad final. It was really a bad final. I told you guys yesterday it was going to be the same thing as Swiatek against Goff. The same type of final. It was worse.
It was dominating.
It was worse. I predicted 6-3, 6-3, 6-4. It was 6-3, 6-3, 6-0.
It was a squashing.
It was bad.
Wayne and Chia, by the way, you probably won't be able to read it, but if you look down here at the bottom, this is a stat I wrote as we get into the conversation, that Rafael Nadal becomes the third man in history to win a major by defeating 4 players in the top 10. The 4 players he defeated in the top 10 en route: Felix Auger-Aliassime, Novak Djokovic, Sasha Zverev, and Casper Ruud. So we were on the same brainwave. Good job there. Okay, without further ado, again, we're just in the intro. We haven't even started the 4 pages of stuff to go. So Lily is going to sing, or Liliana is going to sing us a song. So Lily, it's all yours. What are you going to play?
Ain't It Fun by Paramore.
Ain't It Fun? Let's go. All right.
I don't mind letting you down easy, but just give it time. If it don't hurt now, then just wait a while. You're not the big fish in the pond no more. You are what they're feeding on. So what are you gonna do when the walls are up and around you? So what are you gonna do when the walls are up and around you? Ain't it fun living in the real world? Ain't it good being all alone? Where you from? You might be the one who's running things, or you can ring anybody's bell and get what you want. You know it's easy to ignore trouble when you're living in a bubble. So what are you gonna do when the world's all up and around you? So what are you gonna do when nobody wants to fool with you? Ain't it fun living in the real world? Ain't it good, being all alone? Don't go crying to your mama, 'cause you're on your own in the real world. Don't go crying to your mama, 'cause you're on your own in the real world. Don't go crying to your mama, 'cause you're on your own in the real world. Don't go crying to your mama, 'cause you're on your own in the real world. Ain't it fun? Ain't it good to be on your own? Ain't it fun? You can't count on no one. Ain't it good to be all alone? Ain't it fun? You can't count on no one. Ain't it fun? Living in the real world. Living in the real world.
Good job.
Let's go. Encore, encore, encore. All right, Lily. Thank you very much.
I like that she watched. The reason, guys, Rafa for me is my favorite. Is really not his playing style. I have to say.
Grit,
I
determination.
would never teach that style to anyone. The reason why is because the guys never hit a racket on the ground. And to me, when you're looking at a pro in any sport, you should be an example to those kids out there. And that's what he really is. And that's why I enjoy watching Rafael Nadal. There you go.
Stage alteration. Set 2. Whoops, a little too far. All right, let's start the show. All right, we're getting down on this one. We're going off on this deal. All right, hello and welcome back to another 5K tennis discussion. Lily, thank you very much for the intro. Today is June the 5th, 2022, and we're going to get right into it. Carla, you ready to roll?
Yeah. So Gina asks, whose style would you teach, Carla? Well, I mean, there's
Swiatek?
No.
Yeah. Swiatek, Radwanska. By the way,
no, I would not feel like no. The style that I teach is basically to have weapons on both sides, not to be a defender. I think being a defender is tough on the body. I like players who are very, very aggressive. I would take bits and pieces. Obviously, Djokovic being the best returner, having his mental toughness, Nadal's composure, his sportsmanship, his fighting, Federer's classic strokes. You know, I would take a little bit of everybody.
The screen's all crooked, isn't it? What's up with this crooked thing? Oh, it's the computer, isn't it? That's just crooked. Oh, well. Isn't it kind of crooked? What's this thing right here?
No, it's this that you're seeing on top. This right here.
Let me move it back.
This is what you're seeing. But I mean, you're fine now, Justin. It's fine. It's the top of the screen, meaning that you need to go lower.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
So meaning I would take bits and pieces of everybody. But I mean, for me, Rafa is the perfect athlete as far as the way he acts on the court. It's perfect. I would never tell a kid to hit a racket, yell at your camp like many other players do. I love Tsitsipas' game, but his attitude out there sucks. Djokovic's attitude sometimes sucks. You know, I don't like that. I really don't. I don't like that. And that's why it's been hard for me to be a huge fan.
I think you're looking, it's hard for you to kind of get on the same energy wave.
Yeah, I'm not in that energy.
You're not on the same wavelength.
No, I've never smashed the racket ever in my life. Ever.
So did you hear what Casper Ruud indicated today, that he wanted to strive to do one thing, that was to emulate Nadal, not in the sense of as a person, in the sense of his sportsmanship as Nadal. He said this quote before the match, that Nadal has never broken a racket and neither has he. Mm-hmm. So Ruud says he wants to strive to be like him in a sense that he never wants to smash a racket. Now, I think when you say smashing a racket, I think that kind of vernacular goes outside of just tennis, because, you know, if you get pissed off at someone in life, right, just out on the street or, you know, whatever, and you say, man, I just smashed my racket, that's a metaphor for saying, man, I was just an asshole.
Well,
right?
I can tell a lot about a person, the way they act on the court. I can imagine when you're in a fight with your girlfriend or wife or family, how ugly you can be. Yeah. And I could just see that. I mean, karma's a bitch. I think that Djokovic has paid the price for being an asshole sometimes. One, with the accident in the U.S. Open, it bit him in the ass. He paid the price really, really big. You know, there's been many times, I mean, that he's gotten away with quite a few things, and Zverev paid the price for it too. There's a lot of people, you pay the price for doing those things. McEnroe's paid the price, lost his family, got divorced, you know. I mean, he's done a few things in his life too, you know. You pay the price for these things, and you have to be careful. I mean, I think Tom Brady is a great example. He's a football player, American football player, of the way he acts on the field. He's very courteous, you know, and it shows. It shows the type of guy he can be, right?
Do you think, again, we talked about this on yesterday's show, do you think that Sasha Zverev or Alexander Zverev's a gnarly ankle sprain now with torn ligaments, by the way, that will surely keep him out of Wimbledon, do you think that had anything to do with his attitude? Him punching his racket? Of
course, he's getting angry, and all that negative energy eventually catches up with you. You know, the host for Nolan, the stupidity of not getting vaccinated. Look, if you're going to go into the military, you got to get vaccinated. If you're going to be a teacher, you got to get vaccinated. And not that I'm for vaccines or not.
Okay, see, I disagree with you there.
Justin.
Is it a written rule that to be a tennis player?
Is there fucking rule?
That's ridiculous.
I'm not for vaccination, by the way, okay? But that's me telling you. But if they told me I had to do it, I would do it. That's my point. I'm not for it.
Fair enough.
My sons had to do it. And I told them they better do it if that's what they want.
Yes.
Are you telling me that Djokovic really had a hard time just... Yeah. Wow, that's stupid. It's stupid.
You're correct.
He messed up his whole career because of it. Stupidity.
Yes.
Stupidity got to him. Just saying.
Yeah, and
I'm with Novak on that. I agree with him on that and disagree with Nadal on that. But still, when they tell you a rule is a rule, you have to follow it.
Yeah, and for the longest time, believe it or not, you know, we Carla are what I would say are independent. We don't lean right or left. We're just, you know, we try to be good people, and we try to rub off well on others, and we try to help people, and then we'll just leave it at that. But we weren't at first bought off on any vaccination status until my father, who is 84 years young, has served the country, military, and has helped a lot of people. We used to have foster children in Nigeria when we were kids. He always had lended a helping hand with my mother. So he actually was one of the first physicians. He's a retired doctor, one of the first physicians to go through a trial and actually he have himself a vaccine before a lot of us got it. So once I knew that he was okay with that, it kind of made me more relaxed about it. But I understand where Djokovic comes from. And again, I do not think that should make its way into sports. I do not think when Swiatek won, Swiatek won yesterday. She won the major, and she made a point to kind of bring up Ukraine and all this stuff. And I get it. It's real world issues. It's very important issues. But I think when we turn on the television, just like when we turn on the Olympics, you know, I don't think I really don't think we should mix geopolitics with sports, because sports is what brings the world together, which makes the sport a small place, right? Tennis is a smaller world. Tennis is a smaller world, right? So sometimes we meet people that we would have never met just because they play tennis, and we realize they're in the same town we grew up in this whole time, right? So sports makes things a small world. We don't need geopolitics within it, or isms or beliefs or ideologies within it, because then our nucleus of tennis players becomes broken. And how many clubs do we have shutting down currently all over the country because of no nucleus, right? There's all these ideologies and isms that even creep into the smallest pockets of tennis players. It's like a cancer. Let's leave geopolitics and isms and ideologies out of the sport. And that's why I'm totally pro Djokovic here, because that's all he wanted to do. He wasn't saying, you know, F off, I don't want this, and I don't want that. He's just like, look, chill. Why do I? So it came across like I'm not for that. But he's
not for that. And I respect that. But again, like I told a player, it's principles. If you're putting pain medication in your body, you are messing up your body in the long run.
And you might as well take a vaccine.
And don't tell me that a vaccine is going to be different. I don't do either. So if you're putting tons of painkillers, which you know he is, it's factual that he takes painkillers. Every player does.
And it's okay.
Don't tell me.
Rafael Nadal admitted to it today.
Every player does. Don't tell me that a vaccination is going to be a problem for you now.
I have a quote from Rafael Nadal.
Just saying.
I have a quote from Rafael Nadal today. After the match. Let me find out. I'm going to read it. It's just a short quote. Okay, here you go. Rafael Nadal quote: "I played with no feeling in my foot. I took an injection before the match." Seriously.
All these players
it's okay.
All these players take different shit. That is bad for you. Bad for you. Don't tell. If you drink, you take pain medication, which I'm sure
it's okay. It's all right.
Don't tell me that. Look, my kids, again, they wanted to go into the military academy. They had to take it. Guess what they did? They took it, right? They had no choice. They're following the rules. Yeah. They're following the rules. If you're in the medical field, you have to take it. If you're a teacher, you have to take it. If you're around kids, you have to. That's it. Don't tell me that he's special. He is messing up his whole thing. You Novak fans that idolize him. He should have 25 by now. We are June 5th, 2022. Hasn't happened yet. Time is ticking. He's 35. Wimbledon, hopefully he wins it, right?
Or is he 34?
35. He's only a year. Hopefully he wins it. If he doesn't get vaccinated, what? He can't play in New York? Maybe. And then Australia, maybe. It's a maybe, because maybe they'll change their mind. Come on. Time's ticking.
I'm sure he'll play. And it's right now, again, I'm just telling you, I get Nadal. By the way, Nadal has an opportunity to attempt to get a calendar year Grand Slam. So who would have thought Nadal would have won the Australian that he didn't even expect to win? He wins that. And then he wins the French, which is no shock. But what are the chances that he actually does well at Wimbledon? I know there's been rumors of him not even playing, but I think that's hocus pocus at this point. Because if you have an opportunity to do the calendar year Grand Slam, which very few people have done, who was the last person to do it? Laver? Was Rod Laver the last person to do the calendar year Grand Slam? I think he did it twice.
Yeah.
Is he the last?
Graf, right? The women's did it.
Well, men's is what I was thinking about, but that's okay too. Yeah. Anyway, I think he has no choice but to play it.
I think he'll play.
Foot or not.
I think he'll play.
Just give it the old.
He will play it. He has nothing to lose. If he loses, he won't lose ranking points. He won't lose anything out of it.
Yeah.
Just play it. Give a chance. Give a chance to just like mess up the draw again, because French Open messed up messed up the draw big time.
What's up, Yvonne? By the way, I wanted to give a shout out to Luki _, LUKI _ from Poland. I was chatting with the young man, young lady earlier. Surely it doesn't matter, but from Poland. This is the second person that we know of that's from Poland. Why do I mention this? Swiatek is Polish. Don't forget about Angelique Radwanska, which is what he and I were talking about. Swiatek has some ties to Radwanska, by the way. Now, Radwanska is a player that we talk about a lot to our students that we train. Sometimes, you know, you'll have a big hitting strong girl like, say, Kara out, and then you'll have a smaller girl like, you know, Anne Marie, right? That's, you know, smaller. And we always say it doesn't matter if you're strong or you're lean, if you can always play like Radwanska. Radwanska was a majors contender. Didn't she make the Wimbledon final and lose to Serena one year? Am I correct? Didn't Radwanska make the Wimbledon final or a semi? Anyway, she went deep into majors a lot, not because she was strong or big or tough or going to knock your socks off. She was just strategic. She was a chess player. Anyway, she was from Poland. But also, I wanted to take a second to give a shout out to Casper, who is AKA Dead Seville, who is from Poland as well, who won at least 3 of our fantasy team giveaways. He is our GOAT in this group. William Spencer just won one. And who was the second place? Con,
yes.
Okay.
He has the contact.
Yeah. So by the way, Con, you won second place. So we gave $50 to Thomas Chi for the scoring. We gave $50 to Gene Swart for the scoring. One of the winners is William Spencer. He chose a 5K tennis hat like this one. We'll ship it out tomorrow. Post offices weren't open on Sunday. We'll ship it out tomorrow to the UK. And then the fourth winner, $50 or hats or whatever. Con, C-O-N, you have now won one of our majors for fantasy teams. Anyway, shout out to those in Poland. And thank you for taking in the refugees that are fleeing in from Ukraine. So let's go Poland, and let's go Radwanska, and let's go Swiatek. Anyway, back to the Nadal match. Okay, Casper Ruud and Nadal had never played before in a tournament. Now, who trains at Nadal's academy? Casper Ruud.
Yeah.
Who has a sister? Actually, Casper Ruud has 2 sisters. Casper Ruud has an old. Both sisters are younger than him, but the older of the 2 is named Caroline. The younger of the 2 is named Charlotte. Caroline, as I understand, and did a little bit of research on, their lives were quite private, as they should. They're younger young ladies. Caroline isn't the big tennis player. However, Charlotte is. Charlotte as well trains at Nadal's academy, as does her older brother, Casper. Now, don't forget that Casper's father, Christian Ruud, at one point was ranked number 39 in the world in 1995, and is a famous player in Norway. I looked up some results here. Christian Ruud, the father of Charlotte, Caroline, and Casper, notice the C's. I think that's pretty cool. Christian Ruud made the 4th round of the Australian Open in 1997. He made the 3rd round of the French Open in 1995 and 1999. He never got past the 1st round of Wimbledon in 1995, 6, 7, and 99. And he made the 2nd round of the U.S. Open in 97 and 99 with a career record of 115 and 145, and made his highest ranking of number 39 in the world in men's singles in 1995. Okay. Now, Caroline, from what I understand, I looked up her dating profile. I'm not like researching the girls. I'm trying to find out about these young ladies and why she doesn't play, or doesn't play as much as the younger sister. And when I was looking up Charlotte Ruud, she was training with Tony Nadal. He was hand feeding her balls, and she was striking the ball well, and he really liked working with her. You could tell by the energy, even if it was a Photoshop ad type thing, you know, like an advertisement. Charlotte looked like she was getting groovy with Tony Nadal in terms of working. Caroline Ruud potentially dates a professional hockey player. Check my math on that. So also I have a picture of the 2. So I looked up a picture of the both, and they're your kind of, you know, Danish, Swedish looking young ladies with the blonde hair, and I'll show you a picture of them. They're very much twin-like.
Oh, they're very pretty.
So here they are.
They're very pretty.
Pretty girls.
Yeah.
have smiles on their faces. The Danish
They look
dresses.
very wholesome.
You know, I wonder if they had wooden clogs on.
Look at that. See, and they don't even have to put on bikinis. And look how pretty they look.
Yeah, see?
Look at that. Elegant. You know they're pretty just from looking at them.
Yeah,
they don't have to show off their bodies. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, that you don't see them showing their asses like Eugenie Bouchard.
Mm-hmm.
Now, speaking of Eugenie Bouchard, earlier today, I once again came across someone's thumbnail on YouTube of a match about to start. And I saw this. The freaking proverbial mouth open of tennis players when you look at pictures of tennis players. I'm not going to beat a dead horse. I've talked about this the past couple of weeks. Why is it that in tennis, every time you see a picture of a tennis player, it's not like this. Okay, it's like this. It's like, what is this? You know, it's like you got a shaft in your mouth every time you're taking a picture to play tennis. So, you know what? I saw a picture today, and it just happened to be Eugenie Bouchard. And, you know, this was supposed to be a pretty girl to a lot of you. I thought she looked like a horse's ass, but let me go ahead and show you the picture that I saw of Eugenie Bouchard today. Carla, you guys ready for this one? Drum roll on this. You ready for a drum roll?
It looks like she gets summed up.
Okay. Why is it that every tennis player's picture's got to be like this? So I furthered this research. I went to Google and I typed these keywords. You can check my math. Tennis mouth open. Tennis mouth open. And here's what I got. All right. So let me share a couple with you. There's the Bouchard one. Get some. Oh, I just beat you. You're taking a shh. Okay. Let me give you another one. Okay. Let me give you another mouth open. Here's, this is Johanna Konta, right? Let's go and play tennis. Put some on my. Okay. Let me show you another one. Here's another mouth open. Check this one out. I was like, freaking Godzilla's tearing down a building. What is this, man? Let me show you another one. Let me show you another mouth open. Here we go. Is there another sport on God's green earth where every time you take a picture, it's not a smile, look how pretty I am, and look at my pretty face. It's like, I'm taking shit while I'm getting my picture taken.
Do you think that's why maybe like...
Here's another one. Oh, Carla, you're jacking it up, man.
Okay. Is there a Georgie one?
Okay, which one?
I don't know.
Oh, here's another one. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever done that.
Let me get you another one. Whoa.
I don't think I've ever screamed like that.
So
you have.
Let me see this one.
You have screamed.
As a tennis player, you can tell by his mouth.
Oh
okay, let me give you another one. Whoa. I play tennis. It's my mouth. Okay, let me give you another one. Okay. Oh, this one. You remember this one? Serena was like, no, I'm going to shove this ball down your throat. I feel sorry for that, Judge. Do I have another one here? Oh, yes, I do. Chapeau. No.
I don't see one of
Casper Ruud. No.
That's the ankle.
Oh my gosh. It's amazing.
Boy Zidar said, hi guys, Carla, how happy are you on a level 1 to 10? I mean, I'm happy for him. 10. I know you're a Rafa fan. Do you think Novak can come back and win a slam again?
Yes,
I do think Novak can win a slam again.
Oh,
absolutely. Yeah. Novak's not done.
Wimbledon.
My whole thing is that Novak could have had 2 more had he had made different choices.
I'll take one bet with one person.
I just know I wouldn't take that bet with you because
give me one bet with one of you. Someone put this bet up. Okay, I already owe Mike Walker $100. Did we pay him?
He doesn't. Apparently, he doesn't want to get paid.
Okay, I got a $20 bet. $20 bet US with one person, so I can't go much more than that. I gotta pay all these people for their fantasy team wins. Okay.
I can't find one of Georgia. You're right.
I got one bet with $20 for someone. If anyone wants to take it, let me know. $20 US. We know that Rafael Nadal won the Australian, and we know he just won the French. I'm willing to bet $20 that Novak Djokovic wins Wimbledon and then wins the US.
If he's allowed to play the US, hello. Gotta get vaccinated. That's the whole.
Okay, if he's able to play it.
That's the whole point.
If he's able to play
My whole point, no, I don't think I disagree with you at the US Open. The reason why, and I always say this every year I say the same thing to Justin. Every year I say the same thing to you. I think Wayne and Chi agrees with me. US Open is one of the slams that an underdog can win. Why? Because everyone has played so much tennis that people are tired. By the time you get to the US Open, it's anybody's game. That's why we've had so many different winners. William Chia said he cannot play US Open for now, still needs a vaccine.
I think he'll play. I think they'll figure
that out.
So
you think he'll get a vaccine? He's stupid. My whole thing with you guys is, okay, that's good to stand up for what, but he's messing up his whole legacy. Like, he could have been already at 22, Justin.
Yes.
Could have been at 22. Then would have been at 23. Blah, 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 blah. He's messing it up. And as you get older and older, it gets harder and harder. It always does. That's Serena.
I agree with you.
It's just stupid. It's just stupid. He should have played the Australian Open. He should have just done it. Just done it and been over with it. And could have kept playing and not worry about that. One less stress. But instead, he has to stress whether he can play or not.
By the way, I see Tom Chi is, what's up, Tom? Make sure that you let us, are we sending you? Tom Chi is he just got in the chat. So Thomas Chi and Gene Swerve, the two people that do our scoring for fantasy and the $500, now $600 giveaways. Thomas, make sure you, are we sending you the check or we just sent it to Gene PayPal? So if you have one of those Venmo.
No, we already talked. Remember that he's shipping some stuff. That's his, so I got a discount from that.
I didn't know. She does all the business stuff, so thank you. You're good to go. He knows he's good to go. Don't forget, we're rocking and rolling Wimbledon. Okay, go back to.
No, anyways, just going back to Novak. Of course he can win. Novak is Novak. I mean, damn, duh. Why are you drinking my drink?
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know I'm going to get spilled all over my shirt, though.
Anyways, always does that. Always puts his.
Wait a minute.
Anyways, Novak can win. I mean, Novak is not done. Novak has a better chance than anyone else in the rest of the field to win a Grand Slam. He could be hurt, and he still has a better chance. Just saying. He's not done. What I'm saying that maybe Novak needs to sit down with his team and maybe think some things through. Say, oh, man, I didn't think Rafa was going to have 2 more than me. I didn't think he was ever going to get to 22. Maybe I should think some things over.
Let me read.
You know what I mean?
I want to read one comment from one of our viewers, and it's not just a viewer; he's a friend, and he's also a senior in high school, graduating from high school and heading to college. He's a phenomenal tennis player, and his name is Philip Bruckowitz. And the tennis and the comments over here, you would see Philly Cheese Dog. Did he change that? Is it still Philly Cheese Dog? Mm-hmm. Anyway, he sent us a message today, and again, we know his family, his grandparents are German. His little brother plays. His name is Thomas as well. So it's Phyllis Thomas, and it's Barbara's mom, and Dr. Bruckowitz is his father. Mm-hmm. He sent a comment today to Carla and I on Instagram. And again, if you want to follow us on Instagram, it's 5K Tennis with no spaces. Or is it 5K Tennis 1? I think it's just 5K Tennis. But he sent us this comment. Philly Cheese Dog says this, or Philip Bruckowitz. He says, everyone talking, and then puts a logo. I don't want to say the bad word, but he puts a logo of a piece of doo-doo, the number 2. Okay, everybody talking shit. In other words, Rafa is done. Rafa is injured. He will never win another slam. 2020 French Open is his last one. And yet, 1 foot, he wins the Australian Open, his worst slam. He goes crazy in the hard court season. Then it looks like he will be done on clay after foot injury against Shapo. Then he overcomes a very difficult path to the Roland Garros final with 1 foot. That is why he is my GOAT, 22. Do you agree with this comment?
I agree with him. All of us thought he was done, and I agree. I agree. Good for Rafa for proving all those Novak fans that have been very rough on him, in my opinion. It's hard for you guys to say something bad about Rafa. It really is. What can you say bad about Rafa?
His finger stinks.
Okay.
His finger stinks.
And Djokovic yells at his camp and smashes rackets and hurts people. What's worse? Stinky finger or smash a racket and hurt somebody?
Stinky is pretty stinky.
I don't know, Justin. Let me throw a racket at you and maybe the shards will come off and hit you in your eye.
Well, Nadal just shot it on his finger.
Let me pick my ass. Which one would you like to see?
Do that?
I'm just saying, though. Come on, man. If you guys can wiggle your balls and pick your nose, why is it so hard for you to see a guy pick his ass?
It's the point.
Don't you guys naturally do that?
You're missing the point.
No, I'm not missing the point.
I have to shake your hand at the net. We have to shake hands at the net.
What about when you guys?
Fingers got stinky.
Wait a minute. Are you telling me Justin Davis and every other guy during the day you guys don't readjust?
I don't readjust. I reassert. I reassert my strategy by adjusting the legs.
Tell me how many times do you guys go to the bathroom you actually wash?
What? No, I take a shower every morning and every night.
I'm not talking about you go use the urinal. Do you guys wash your hands? I guarantee you some of you guys don't.
What does this got to do with Rafael Nadal's
Thank you. Manny
ass?
touches his crotch all the time. That's my point. You guys are always touching your crotch. You're picking your nose. I'm just saying. And you're bothered by Rafa picking his ass with shorts on.
You know what's odd?
That's just stupid to me. It's just stupid because you guys are the most gross creatures out there in the planet.
Creature? Now I'm a creature? You don't even want to know what you are. You're this interesting animal, I swear. Look, you're like
I'm not talking about you in general.
You're like a multi-cell.
But you're worried about Rafa picking his ass. But you guys
creature. She's a creature. She's a big black furry
But
creature.
you guys do a lot of bad stuff. Who blocked you, Roddy?
Who what?
Who blocked you?
They must have blocked me.
Who blocked you, Roddy?
Yeah, don't. If someone blocked you, to undo that.
No, because we wouldn't be able to see it.
Yeah, no, I can't. Yeah, that's right. So yeah, no, he's good. Anyway, but you're calling us a creature?
I'm just saying you guys are gross, and you're telling me that you're worried about Rafa picking his ass with his shorts on?
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Okay.
Get real.
Rafael Nadal won't even leave a ball in his pocket because he doesn't want it to get sweaty. Now, are you telling me? Let me finish.
Even Swiatek is picking her butt now.
Are you telling me? Are you telling me that there is no sweat mixture with butt funk that causes gnarliness on my hand?
No, because there's shorts and there's the underwear.
But it permeates through, Carla. It permeates. Juice mixes with sweat. It causes.
So it's
like a milkshake of ass.
So when you're playing tennis and readjusting your shorts, you're telling me that juice is not getting in?
But it does juice. It does.
But you shake people's hands.
Who? Yours?
Oh, so I gotta take that shit.
Yeah, you get a little bit of shit.
Stupid. It's just stupid. Get real.
Okay. Rafael Nadal, and we got off on this tangent after I started this, and I didn't get to the first bullet, but okay, here we go. Rafael Nadal and Casper Ruud had never played one another. They were 0-0, never played one another. However, they really had Mary Carrillo, who was commentating. When Mary Carrillo commentates and does play-by-play, we always watch Carrillo. Carla has met Mary Carrillo, has been around Mary Carrillo, and we admire Mary Carrillo. She's actually a pretty decent tennis player, by the way. But when Mary Carrillo commentates, we stuck with her on this one. Anyway, Nadal and Casper Ruud have played many practice sets, and Nadal had never lost any one of those practice sets. However, a couple of those practice sets went to tiebreakers. So when we heard this, Carla and I told ourselves, well, geez, if he just, squeaked, if Nadal hasn't lost a set in practice, and Casper Ruud has never been to a major final, obviously, even though I did pick that final. I did pick that final. I did it before the tournament started. Carla laughed at me. Half of you laughed at me. And what happened?
And it was a disaster.
By the way.
It was a disaster.
By the way, I'm humble.
Worst final ever.
I'm humble, but I called the final number one. Go back and look. And number two, if I was playing for my own $500 I'm giving out to all of you, and now $600 for Wimbledon, I would have missed it by only one person. I had chose Swiatek playing Badosa or something. Anyway, I picked Swiatek to win, so I got that. I had Swiatek in the final, got that, and I picked Nadal to beat Ruud in the final and got that. I was one person away from nailing it, and that's how, if you go through your draws and actually think about it, you would have a really good chance to win that $600 from Wimbledon. You just have to go through the draw, and you have a really good shot.
Posita asks, guys, what do you think? Will Novak be welcome at Wimbledon by the crowd, or are they going to give him a hard time?
They always give him a hard time.
First of all, I don't know why people give him a hard time. They shouldn't have booed him. He was your defending champion, right? Why did they boo him?
That's a great comment, by the way.
He was the defending champion. I don't know why they booed him. That was just stupid. I think that they should welcome him, and Wimbledon should be so lucky that some of these guys are even playing with no points.
Yeah.
They should be grateful that they're showing up with no points. So they should be like cheering him on that they're playing. I'm just saying that he's playing.
Yeah, Yvonne said it perfectly. Novak is hated everywhere these days, and that's true. That's bullshit.
Let me tell
you,
it
really is.
There's a lot of players I talk to at our club that actually love Novak.
Well, yeah, but
they're American.
But they're not there watching the French Open.
They're American. They actually love Novak. My brother is a huge Novak fan, so anytime that Rafa loses, he'll text me. See who the GOAT is? I told you who the GOAT is. So I don't hate Novak. Not at all. I just never really There's not a connection for me.
I love this comment. Rowdy Every Lap says the 2012 Olympic gold medal match where Serena Williams obliterated Sharapova 6-0, 6-1 was one of the most satisfying matches I ever watched. I could never stand Sharapova and her screeching. Agree with you. Hated her.
Well, he said Sharapova's screech was far more offensive than any stuff being discussed.
Ridiculous.
It sounded like a wounded animal.
I agree with you. Yeah, like a wolf with paw cut in a claw trap. Say, oh yeah! That's Sharapova. Every shot, hideous, ridiculous, preposterous, abhorrent.
Yeah, well,
awful. Great comment.
Well, it says Rafa beat 4 top 10 seeds to win the French. Winner of the last 3 WTA slams, hasn't played any.
Knowledge drop.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, okay. Now, let me read you a couple statistics though that shows you the disparity of how much better Rafael Nadal was than the other better person or the other person that was the best in their half of the draw. Okay. Rafael Nadal had a total of 18 hours and 8 minutes on court, and Casper Ruud had 18 hours and 2 minutes, equally as dominating. The last match that Casper Ruud played was 2 hours and 55 minutes, and the last match Nadal played was 3 hours and 13 minutes. They both played 6 matches. Games played, Nadal was a little bit better off playing a total of 185 games. Casper Ruud 230, had a 5-setter in there, or maybe even 2. Did Casper Ruud have 2 5-setters? Anyway, Casper Ruud played a total of 24 sets. Rafael Nadal played 21. Casper Ruud, however, won a total of 778 points versus Rafael Nadal's 668. Okay. Casper Ruud also accumulated 344 winners throughout the tournament to Rafael Nadal's 258. Casper Ruud had a better hitting winner percentage at 57.3 to Rafael Nadal's 43. Okay. Serving wise, so to ascertain 3 points, Casper Ruud had 52 aces going into the match to Rafael Nadal's 13, with an average serve to ace ratio of 8.7%. Okay, Casper Ruud only had 8 double faults. Rafael Nadal had 12 double faults, and he double faulted the first break of the way of the match today. Rafael Nadal was up 2-0, if I remember correctly, and then he was serving to go up 3-0 and got broken to 2-1. And he double faulted 2 times in that game and then hit 2 forehand errors. Am I right about that? Come shoot from the hip. Is that right? Mm-hmm. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Did Rafael Nadal, after being up 2-0 in serving, muff up 2 double faults and as well muff up 2 forehand errors into the net, mind you, and then and Ruud broke him? Correct me if I'm wrong. Mm-hmm. Anyway, long story short is that it's relatively even if you look at things like aces to not aces, or if you look at winner ratios, so if you have checks in each column, they come out pretty damn. They come out pretty damn even. So if you look at Casper Ruud being that much better than everyone else on his part of the draw, and then making their way to the final, and then you notice Rafael Nadal is that much better than. What I'm getting at is to put Djokovic playing him in the 4th round is redunculous, hideous, stupid. I look, there's no words I can actually put into my mouth or head that can actually portray the amount of stupidity that goes into the French Open, throwing Rafael Nadal and Novak Djokovic in the 4th round. Hideous, stupid, preposterous, relentlessly stupid, crazy, insane. I don't give a shit. Figure something out. But for that was the biggest thumbs down of the tournament. That we knew that Djokovic and Nadal were going to meet in the 4th round.
Yeah, it was bad. It was a boring.
Like that was the final. That was it. Okay, Nadal beat Djokovic. Give him the trophy there because there's no one else that's going to be better, and he beat him in 4 sets. That was the big thumbs down of the tournament. It just was. It was over at the beginning of the second week.
I think I just got like a message from Gene about his body language, Goran saying that he wasn't going to sleep until Wemby. I mean, Novak's body language is bad. I didn't look like Novak, like your normal Novak. Again, I thought it was so stupid to have him facing the quarter. I don't think it's
crazy.
It just
bad for tennis.
Really bad for tennis.
Bad for tennis.
Really, the women's final was bad, but the guys was worse. The guys was even worse.
Yeah, the tournament only captivated everyone's attention for the first week and a day.
Yeah, the Felix was surprising. I told someone here, I feel like Felix was trying to prove Tony Nadal that he was wrong. There was some, but then again, I said, how did you expect Ruud to beat Nadal when he almost lost to Tsonga? You know, he almost lost to Tsonga.
I'm just happy I called the match.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, I just looked at this and I had to show you. I was supposed to do this at the beginning, so let me get it out of the way. Can you tell me who this player is? Okay, who is that?
You're showing this. I've been honest.
Who is that? Denis Shapovalov, right? Okay. Now, who is this?
Ice.
It's Vanilla Ice. Okay. Is it not true that it's OG Shapo? That's OG Shapo. Let me flip it this way so you can get a bigger look at that.
He had that style of his eyebrows. Mine is permanent.
Yeah, and Shapo is trying to be a rapper. Actually, he's like got this wackest song you've ever heard. Have you heard this? Google it up. You'll laugh. Because he does it with Mutet. Like his rapping buddy. It's not like 8Ball and MJG or The Roots. It's Mutet. And
yeah, we talked about him injecting his foot. Yeah. We did talk about that.
Yes, and
it looks like Justin.
Yeah.
I used to think Vanilla Ice was cute, and I think Shep was cute. So yeah. What were you gonna say next?
Oh man,
we should go to that. We should go to that. The video. No.
Yeah, let's go to that.
No, remind me never to hire a coach like this.
All right, so yeah, I'm going on to page 2 here.
I hope FA.
It's been 45 minutes, and I just got through the first page. Okay, let's go to the second page. This might be quite long. We'll see. I'll try to shorten it up. So today, Carla and I were talking, and we said to ourselves, you know, the Nadal camp had a really good Roland Garros, had a really good French Open. You know, a lot of their players are doing well. There's 2 of them in the men's final, and a couple of them doing well coming up as juniors, and blah 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 blah. But the coach that was doing relatively inadequate was Patrick Mouratoglou. Okay, and look, we'll say the truth that Patrick Mouratoglou is someone that we actually enjoy watching. You know, Carla and I are coaches, and if you think we never watch coaching videos or read books, then you're deadly mistaken. We spend equally as much time studying as we do teaching. I think that's why we tend to stay ahead of the game, because we're always incorporating new stuff. We always go back to the drawing board. We always study. Even though we've done this for so long, we're always looking for new drills, new ideas. And that's like Fish, the jam band. They're always putting back into the show. They're always learning new instruments. They're always getting new material. They're always getting new lights. They're always trying to get better. And we share that same mindset. Now, the video I'm fixing to show you goes away from that mindset. It goes backwards from both the player and the coach. So this video Carla sent me, and this is none other than Patrick Jack in the Box Mouratoglou. Now, why do I call him Patrick Jack in the Box Mouratoglou? Because every time there's a decent player that comes on tour that's got a little flair, a little pizzazz, next time they show him on video after the first time that the media caught their eye, guess what? Bing! Patrick Mouratoglou just pops up in their box. Hey, I look good. I'm in your box. Here I am. I'm right in your box. Okay, here I am. Jack in the Box Mouratoglou. This girl's good. Hello, my name is Patrick. Do I look good? Do I like my beard? Do I like my shirt? Do you want to come to my academy? Okay, Jack in the Box. Now, let me show you the video. Okay, now this video is Simona Halep. Simona Halep, former Roland Garros / French Open champion, working out with Patrick Mouratoglou after she had an abysmal performance here. Okay, after this is practicing for Wimbledon at this point, right? You ready? You ready? Let's freaking go. Oh shoot! Hold on. Hold on. I got it. It's right here. Okay, here we go.
But instead of hitting here, just do this. You're gonna hit it here. Okay. Yes. So this is a lot of slice. Yes. This is a lot of spin. Okay, perfect. Now you want to do the motion. Do the same. If the ball goes there, we don't care. Yes, perfect. You can hit maximum spin with your hand. If you close it like this, you're going to always have this result, but it's going to be in. Exactly. You see the spin? Yes. How good is that? You're going to do a lot of spin, but with angle? Yes, again? Imagine this on grass. Ooh la 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 la!
Are you freaking serious? Are you serious? Are you telling me
she never?
Are you telling me that this girl that won the French Open has no idea how to hit slice? Is this the most cheesy thing? You know Patrick Mouratoglou used to have his hand in Serena's back pocket. What is he banging Halep now? Is that what he's doing? Is he just banging people off his accent? Like, hey, let me teach you how to spin a spin serve. I'll tap that ass and you will play much better, even though you suck. Are you serious? Did you see the cheesiness of this video? Cringeworthy, awful, sucks. And I'm trying to stay positive, but that's some shit. Can I play that again? I could watch this a million times because it is so cringeworthy.
First of all, a slice serve, that is something you're taught like as a teenager. Don't tell me that she had no clue. He's looking at the camera, by the way. Like she didn't know how to do that.
You just do this. You're gonna hit it here. Okay. Yes. So this is a lot of slice. Yes, this is a lot of spin. Okay, perfect. Now you're gonna do the motion. Do the same. If the ball goes there, we don't care. Yes, perfect. You can hit maximum spin with your hand. If you close it like this, you're gonna always have this result, but it's gonna be in.
What's up, Smith Jane?
Exactly. You see the spin? Yes. How good is that? You're gonna do a lot of spin, but with angle.
With angle?
Yes, again. Imagine this on grass. Oh la 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 la!
Fucking stupid, man. This is what tennis.
Pepe Le Patrick. That's a good one.
This is what tennis has become, man. A bunch of theatrical bozos, little fairy, man. I like his coaching; he's good. But ooh la la, could you imagine this on grass? Let me tell you what. If you hit the ball, you be like this, and you go look like me, and you'll win. But you lost. You got beat. Yeah. You know the Pepe Le Fresco.
No.
You can have.
Did you know that you could slice by doing this?
Could you imagine?
By doing this?
Could you?
Please just come to the side of the ball and just angle the racket this way, and then you just come around. Ooh la.
I'll just pop up in your box. I'll pop up in your box and we'll do that thing.
Patrick Matagua said he's coaching a junior player. The level of coaching is more mental, technical. That's what I was like, huh? Maybe he's trying to relax the player. No. Let me show you how to slice. No.
Ooh la la. Hey, by the way,
come on, man. Halep looks stupid.
Shout out to Smith Jane. Haven't seen that name before. Welcome. 2 double faults and 1 forehand error, I think. Okay. But
she looks stupid.
Yeah.
It looks like she's a beginner.
It looks like she's taking part in like paid bullshit. Looks like she's acting. You tell me Halep needs to learn how to hit a kick serve.
Gene said, by the way, have you guys mentioned that Leylah Fernandez got a stress fracture in her foot and is out of Wimbledon? I've had a stress fracture.
Did not hear that, but Carla gets them often.
But she could play through that. I've had a stress fracture. They can heal if you stop for a couple weeks. She should be able to play through that. I get them all the time.
Yeah, there's a name for that too. It's runner's foot.
I get that a lot. There's no way that she should be out of Wimbledon for that. No.
Yeah. Carla does get these a lot. She has thick legs and sometimes the metatarsals?
No, she should be able to play, man. I can't believe that she wouldn't play for that. She should just rest it and she can play.
Yeah, that happens. That's a pretty common deal. Sometimes it can get so bad where you do have to sit out though, where you can't play through the pain.
Ooh la la. Drunk Tennis said there's an interesting interview with Fernandez's father that they were careful in hiring a coach because a lot were applying and most of them just want to get in. I wonder if Patrick is one of them. I just feel like Halep's wasting her money.
It's theatrical.
Mm-hmm.
There's something sponsorship there. There has to be some reason why we just had to watch the most cringeworthy video I've ever seen in my entire life.
How do you think her husband?
Alex Ohanian? Oh, that's Serena's. Who is that? See, I'm already wrapping up a conspiracy theory. They got like a whole trio of weird stuff there. Maratoglu is all up in the ass of Serena and Halep. I got pictures. You ever seen the picture of Serena and Patrick Maratoglu walking down the street caught on Rodeo Drive in California with their hands in each other's pants?
You keep talking about, but
who
cares? Who cares?
I'm gonna show you.
I'm just saying, her husband seems like he's like one of these Vikings, like like don't fuck with me. You think he's okay with her going like this?
Oh, I'm gonna show you guys.
I
love you, man.
What you think of the slice?
La la.
Ooh, wait a minute. Like he's all slick.
Okay, here you go. Who is
that? Halep is married.
Who is that?
We know Halep is married. That's what I'm
Serena?
saying.
Who is this? Serena and Maratoglu.
I would be scared if I were him because the husband looks tough.
Serena's left hand is on his left ass cheek. Okay, and his hand is around the side near where those jugs sit. So they are very much in love. Very much in love. And you can tell by her hairstyle that they were doing some training at this point. Now, was it tennis training? I don't know. Now, what is this one? I never even saw this one. Ooh la la. Oh, my lady. Let me show you how to hit that topspin. I'll pop up in your box and I'll show you how to hit topspin and maybe we can win a couple of majors together.
It did.
Ooh la la. Pepe Le Patrick.
Yes, that's before she met her husband, but he was still married.
Ooh la la.
He was still married, Rowdy.
I'll show you a couple. Oh, look at this one. Ooh la la. We're playing good tennis, aren't we? Yeah? We're playing good tennis, yeah? We're playing good tennis, yeah?
He was still married.
Yeah, we're playing good tennis, yeah? Okay, let me show you another one. I'll get down with this stuff. Oh, look at this one. This one's from front. Oh, I love you, baby. We're going to win the championship together. Yeah, baby. Okay. Believe me, next time you're going to see Halla with a hand on her ass. The hockey player's going to be beating her with a damn hockey stick with no teeth.
But he has a wife, and his wife is pretty beautiful.
I don't know.
And 2 children.
I don't know about all that.
Serena's a ghost, so she plays different rules. That's right. She plays by different rules. Yeah. It's the accent, Justin.
It is the damn
it's
accent.
The accent. It makes girls melt. It's the accent. It's gotta be the accent.
Melt.
Patrick is the accent. Any French guys out there? Is it the accent?
Ryan Mason said it perfectly. Pepe Le Patrick. That's it. You know, until the smell of the tail comes around, the cat goes running off.
I find that American girls, they're easily distracted by French, Irish. Because if I hear Irish accent, I'm like, ooh.
Do you want to hear some other funny shit though?
Spanish?
Look, can I tell you some funny shit though? And the tennis coaching world, especially in the southeastern part of the United States, if you look foreign or top foreign, you're automatically a better coach. So like Carla can go wherever she wants, and she doesn't have to say a word. She looks.
You play like shit. Thank you.
Yeah, like look, you get we coach. I won't mention the town.
You play like shit.
But we coached not too long ago, not here, but the time before here, and no matter what. No one even had to meet Carla or anything. They would just say, she doesn't look like she's American. She has to be a good coach.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, and then we had an assistant pro, and this guy was from like Romania or something, and he was the laziest. He didn't do shit. He was like just anyway. But they assumed the same thing. I want that guy, but he was like had no experience. But it's just because he looked and talked a different way. Now, Moratzoglu is aided and abetted by this type of thing. Okay, stereotyping is not a good thing.
Russians are tough to understand. I have a Russian coach. I've had quite a few, and they're hard to understand.
Yeah.
There's no attraction there. Bozidar says, focus. Man is the most dangerous man. Stay focused and strong. Don't get distracted, guys. That's my advice. Jordan said, don't worry about Zverev. Germany has the most advanced of age regeneration science. Didn't Kobe and LBJ always go to Germany for repair?
Hey, by the way, is anybody going to watch the game 2 of the NBA, the basketball championships tonight between the Golden State Warriors and the Boston Celtics?
No.
Look, I'm all about it. Look,
he can't watch anything. He can't.
I move around too much.
Nah, he can't watch anything. Zest for Life said, didn't Sharapova text Serena for frolicking around with a married man? I'm sure I remember the 2 clashing at Wimbledon.
Yeah, and do you know another live love triangle that involved Serena Williams? Dimitrov and Sharapova.
First of all, Dimitrov, how do you go from Serena to Sharapova?
Yeah.
Those are like 2 different ladies. You go from muscular girl to stick and bones.
Yeah.
That's like completely different.
Okay, let me ask all the guys this. Carla won't be able to follow this one. But if you are Dimitrov, who do you like better, Sharapova or Serena? They both grunt really loud. One's thick, one's a linguine noodle. One will shove a ball down your throat, and the other one will run from confrontation. One shrieks like they're scratching their fingers down a chalkboard. The other one sounds like she just chopped someone else's head off and was like a ninja after that. Who do you?
I go with Serena.
Are you picking Serena or Sharapova? If Dimitrov had to choose one love mate, which
Serena.
Okay, yeah, I go Serena.
Serena, she would rock his world.
Serena is just, Sharapova is just too loud. You know?
Well, Serena's feisty.
Yeah, she's a soldier.
To me, Sharapova always seemed kind of cold. Don't you think? Like kind of cold lady, like very cold. Like she wouldn't give a crap if you got into a fight with her. She'd be like, screw you.
Look,
whereas Serena would fight and be passionate and like let her whole feelings out. And like fight for you, but Sharapova would be like, screw you. Just saying.
Yeah.
Bozidar says sugar pova, laugh out loud.
That's okay.
Rowdy said
Bozidar's right.
Rowdy said ice princess.
Yes.
That's what I said. She's cold.
Yeah, Bozidar's right. So not too long ago, we have a Dollar General right up the street from us.
It's overpriced.
Yeah, and so we live on this little island called Dolphin Island, not like the fish. It's spelled D as in Delta, D-A-U-P-H-I-N. So D-A-U-P-H-I-N, Dolphin, separate word, island, Alabama. When we have to go across a bridge to go to any store, and right across the way there's a Dollar General. So we always go there a lot. And we were at the aisle to check out, and in front of us was this box of chocolate bars. And lo and behold, it said what he said, sugar pova, right? These damn candy bars were $4.99 a piece. So I'm looking across the street at a gallon of gas that's $4.96, and I'm looking at myself, damn, do I want a sugar pova bar or a gallon of gas? I'm like, neither, given the prices, but damn, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to see if her candy's for sale.
What? Yeah, it's for sale.
But I haven't seen them
They
in
had
a
it at
while.
Dollar General.
But I haven't seen them in a while. He's right. Wait until she said I haven't seen them in a while. I looked it up on Amazon to see.
So they had it in Singapore as well? Do we eat the same candies? Wait a minute. Do we eat the same candies here as you do? Like, do you have a bag of Skittles at the market up the street, or is it just here in the U.S.? Like, do you have different candies? Because I know the McDonald's. I know that McDonald's in other countries have different shit.
I can't imagine having her red lips. Like, I've never seen her wear red lipstick. Number one, I don't know why she would put red lipstick on her thing. But I think her site's down. Maybe she doesn't do the candies anymore.
Maybe she went out.
Yeah, I don't see. Oh, they sell it on eBay. So once they sell it on eBay, that means it's good.
All right, I have a couple of quotes from Carla. She has no idea I copied them down on paper while she was doing it this morning. So,
currently unavailable. You can no longer get them.
Yeah, she
must have stopped making. Yeah,
go.
I can't imagine that was a successful investment.
All right, so Carla, I'm going to give you a couple chances to defend a couple comments you made earlier. You probably don't know I even wrote them down, but I did. I had a pen and I know when we do majors, I always keep a pen and paper, and I wrote it down. All right, so Carla, I'm going to give you 30 seconds to defend this comment. Carla was cleaning earlier. This was like 6:15 in the morning, 7:15 in the morning. The match had already started. So it had to have been like 8 a.m., like 8:30. It just started. The match just started. And it started at 8 a.m. our time. So like 8:30. I got up at like 4 though. Am I right or wrong? I was trying to wake her up. She was like, I'm out.
Thanks, Chris Cooper. Congrats, Carla, from a Nole Fancy.
Let's go, Chris Cooper.
That's what you're talking about.
Let's go.
When Novak wins, I say congrats too.
Carla said this at the end of the first set. Quote, it looks like Rafael Nadal playing Casper Ruud, that Nadal is just practicing. Why did you say it looked like he was practicing?
Because he really wasn't trying. I feel like he wasn't trying. Like, there's times I've seen incredible shots, and I feel like Rafa was really just practicing. It was more like, let's hit cross court. All right, I'm going to try to hit it down to the center to you. Then, okay, let me feed you a backhand. I just felt like there was no intense. There was nothing intense about this match. I felt like he could have done whatever. He could have done a shot between his legs and he still would have won. I just didn't feel. And then it seemed like he just attacked Ruud's backhand the whole time and it broke down.
Have you noticed that Rafael Nadal has been pulling his trademark lefty forehand cross court while his opponent is approaching like 5 or 6 times? Do you know the shot that I'm talking about? So, Rafael Nadal is on the run, left and right, left and right, left and right. The other player, moves him to one corner and he pulls up the lefty forehand. It's like almost like his opponent forgets that he's left-handed, and he's on the run stretch while he's running laterally east to west. His opponent's moving in, and instead of taking the line, which they always guess, he takes this really wicked cross-court angle and passes him before the right-handed player can stretch out and hit the forehand volley. How many of those shots have you seen Rafael Nadal pull in his lifetime, much less just in the match today versus Ruud, if not every match prior to that? So many people tried to employ the drop shot, bring Nadal in, or move him east and west, and then come in behind it. But Rafael Nadal's lefty, and sometimes I think people forget about it, and he pulls off that quirky, torquey, wicked topspin lefty forehand ball it goes from like outside the doubles alley on the ad court, and he flicks it completely cross court over the net, but yet still within inside the service boxes into the opposing ad court, and then goes off the court. And he does it with ease. He did it with Casper Ruud today. I think he even wrote down when it happened. But anyway, Nadal seems to be getting a little better at that one shot at 35, and I don't know how to explain it. Okay. I don't think that is Nadal 36 now.
Yes.
Because Lily's here. Thank you, Lily, for that. But at 36 years old, for him to be to not be getting better as a whole, but better at particular shots is uncanny. To pull off that shot is a lucky in a lifetime, and he's pulling it off in almost every match. So what I'm trying to say is, if I'm playing Rafael Nadal and I have a chance to win, please don't come forward after hitting someone or hitting Rafa a hittable ball, moving to the ad court with his lefty forehand, because it's going to whip right by. So you have to just guess, right? Because you're usually going to cover the line, right? Because it's the easier shot. And yet they hone up the middle, leaving both flanks open, and then they don't even know what to guess. They just are coming up and they realize, oh shit, it's Nadal. I don't know which way to guess, and they're just left there frozen in time, right? Mm-hmm. It's amazing. That shot is one of the most difficult shots in the game. The forehand flick on the run across the body of a net player at an acute enough angle where he can't even get the ball. So the forehand, if it's a right-handed player, or backhand is left-handed player. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm sorry for losing you. But the cross-court flick on the run with an opponent approaching a couple of times today and multiple times in the past couple of matches, impressive. Do you know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. Amazing. Rafael Nadal broke Casper Ruud today, and what, his first service game? Didn't Nadal start out 2-0 in the first set?
I think so.
If you're a man,
it was so quick.
If you're a man,
but then Ruud broke him. No, it was 1-0, and then Ruud broke him, and then
to go
Nadal
2-2.
No, it was 1-1, and then Nadal broke him back 2-1.
If you're a man and the first time you serve, you get broken, that hurts.
Djokovic got broken in the first set too. The first game.
Again, Djokovic is a different animal, but Casper Ruud was hurt after that. But
well, you can tell that he was hitting to his backhand, and I said his forehand sucks. I guess he's gonna break down his backhand.
Why would Sasha Zverev have an easier time with Rafael Nadal than would Casper Ruud? Think about it. Don't shoot from the hip. You say, I don't know if you don't know, but I know you do know. You just might not thinking about it. We train it all the time with students.
What?
Why would Zverev have an easier time playing Rafael Nadal than would Casper Ruud?
Because they don't practice together. One.
Well, that's one reason, yes.
Two, I think Zverev.
Think the physics. Think the height.
Yeah, Zverev's taller. He hits
taller.
The shot.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
So if both players, Zverev and Casper Ruud, are two-handed backhand players. Okay. And even playing the one hand is just as bad because Federer always had to chop it down from up here. But Zverev, dealing with Rafael Nadal's heavy topspin, he's taller, so the ball can jump up on him a little bit more, and he can still get kind of under the ball and around it.
Again, I felt like
Casper Ruud, it was getting up too high. He couldn't dictate, just like Federer. Federer couldn't handle his. Federer couldn't handle his. He would chop it down. He would chop it down.
You don't even have to talk about this match because Nadal didn't even do anything spectacular.
But what I'm saying is,
it was boring.
What I'm getting at is Zverev was having a better day outside of his sportsmanship issues, which ultimately caused his ankle injury because he's a little bit taller. He was still able. Yeah.
That's how I felt about
Casper Ruud, if he was a couple inches taller, might have had a little bit better show.
He just respected him too much. He went in there losing already.
All right.
When you go into a match and you respect that player a lot, you're not gonna win it.
My idol.
You can't. You got to go in there saying, "I'm gonna kick your freaking ass," and that's it. Look what Sharapova did to Serena Wimbledon, her first Wimbledon final. That's how you got to go in there.
I agree with you.
You can't go idolizing anybody.
I agree.
You're my enemy, and that's it. You're not my friend. Come on.
Do you think Rafael Nadal at any point during
I don't even think he felt threatened.
Do you think he gave him a gift of any sort?
No. He wanted to ensure.
You don't think he might have been kind of nice with the 3-3?
He bageled him in the last set. He wanted to make sure he was done. He wanted to get out of there quickly.
Okay. There have been rumors of Rafael Nadal not playing Wimbledon. True or false?
Oh, let me say.
Put a poll question.
Oh, you're making me.
Does Rafael Nadal play Wimbledon? And ask yourself this question. If you were in his shoes and you had an opportunity to do what he's never done, to complete the calendar year Grand Slam, that is winning every major within the same year. Now, Novak Djokovic has won all 4 in a row, but he started with what? The French, then won Wimbledon, then won US, and then won the Australian the following year.
Well, Gene sent me this Twitter thing where it says, it was on the tennis podcast, but it was open, hello, and it says, I'm going to be in Wimbledon if my body's ready for Wimbledon. I do not want to miss Wimbledon. Is exactly what he said.
Yeah, the drama.
And then he said,
no drama needed. He had every tennis player, no matter what. If you have an opportunity to go for the career, the calendar Grand Slam, all 4 majors, you have to entertain it.
He just don't play any
You have to. No warm ups. Don't play grass.
then,
just play Wimbledon.
Rafael Nadal confirms that he had injections in his foot to put it to sleep throughout Roland Garros. He intends to try treatment to burn the nerve for the long term. If that doesn't work, he might have to consider major surgery. He would take it step by step.
It'd be just fine. Maybe a little bit of humility will creep into. You're talking about Zverev. That was Nadal. You're talking about major surgery?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm totally sorry there. Major surgery, surgical intervention with metal objects in your body and staples and sutures. At his age, you're not coming back from that. Not 100% ever. Okay. In 2005, in year 2005, which is 17 years ago. Okay. In year 2005, Rafael Nadal won his very first French Open.
I remember watching.
Okay. Can anyone tell me who he beat?
No. We had to see it today in the stats.
Yes, it
was forgettable.
That's why I wrote it.
The person he was playing was forgettable.
Yeah,
not him winning. The person he played.
Yeah, Rafael Nadal in 2005 beat Mariano Puerta from Argentina 6-7, 6-3, 6-1, 7-5, and began his streak of French Open wins. And now today, Rafael Nadal wins his 14th French Open.
I just can't believe he tied Pete Sampras Grand Slam. That's crazy.
Yeah, for the longest time, and my dad out there, 84 years young, who brought me up in the game, is a quality player himself and coach and physician and an accomplished human being. My dad and I first started watching Federer before he won his first major. Okay, Roger Federer, when he got to 14 majors and tied Pete Sampras, he was playing Wimbledon against Andy Roddick. Carla, you remember this match? Seems like just yesterday. Girl, man, we've been around. So
I cried. I wanted to win.
Carla cried when
because I didn't like Cabbage Patch Kid.
Carla cried during that match when my boy Roger took him out. Was it 9-7 or 11-9 in the fifth? I think it was 9-7.
I was so sad.
Anyway, and Roger on that day had the white and gold shorts with the stripe down the side. He had the pullover knit sweater. I've had the sweater. I still have the shorts, and I still have the shirt, and I have my certified pro patch, my USNTA certified instructor patch on it.
Yes,
I have a patch on it.
That's a beautiful shirt.
I leave it in the closet. I only wear. I like to be humble in a way, but when I got my coaching certification from the National Tennis Academy, I got a patch, and I put it on that shirt. And because I don't want to get the shirt dirty, I never wear the shirt. Maybe I'll wear it this week during the camp.
Okay.
Maybe I'll wear it like Monday or something. Anyway, it's a really important shirt. Do you remember Darren LeBeau in England? Yes. He watches our show. I don't know if he watches it here, but Darren LeBeau has the same one. Anyway, but Roger Federer stopped the day or stopped the week for me and my dad when he broke that record of Pete Sampras' 14, right? Mm-hmm. I got the hat. You remember I had the Nike hat. It had the gold trophy on the front next to the 15, and it wasn't an RF logo. It was a 1 to 5. And it said Federer on the back with another gold trophy. Anyway, but think about this. Rafael Nadal now has as many majors as Pete Sampras had on all surfaces. And Rafael Nadal has done that on one surface. Insane. Incredible. Look, as much as I love Novak, you guys know I do. I wouldn't have it up here. Not even though Djokovic fans send all this stuff. I'm still imploring anybody that's a Nadal fan, especially anybody that's a Roger Federer fan. You know, everybody's like, cover that up. This wall is yours. This is the wall of fame. This is what you guys did and we put here. I'm not going to take anything down because this is yours. This is your time and money you put up here. I'm not going to take it down. We'll just add to it. So anyway, if you're going to proclaim Nadal as the man and you're that much of a fan, then put something on the wall. Just send it. I'll give you your address. You don't have to spend much. I mean, some of the stuff I've been paid to buy, you can send it. Anyway, Rafael Nadal beat Mariano Puerta in 4 sets in his first major. Here we are, or in his first French Open, yes. And here we are many, many years later, and he takes out Casper Ruud. Interesting. Also, as well, Rafael Nadal was favored by 6.5 games by the bookmakers in Vegas and other online gambling places. That Rafael Nadal was a 6.5 game favorite, meaning that when the match ended, Rafael Nadal would have to have beaten Casper Ruud by more than 6.5 games, so 7. So Rafael Nadal won 6-3, 6-3, 6-0. So he won the first game by 3 games, or the first set by 3 games, the second set by 3 games, and the third set by 6 games. So he covered largely. If someone bet on Rafael Nadal minus the 6.5, balled out. Good pick. That was sketchy to me. Carla called it yesterday, though. Carla indicated that Rafael Nadal would cover and would win 6-3, 6-3,
6-4.
6-4. And that would have been 3-3.
I was being too generous to Casper Ruud by giving the 4.
Yeah, so she would have covered by 2, so you still would have won your bet. Don't forget, I like to be humble, but before this tournament started, I picked Casper Ruud to lose to Nadal in the final and did that. I picked Swiatek winning it, making the final, and I missed the 4th player.
Of course you would. It's tough to do that women's tennis. I think he'll play Wimbledon, Grant. I think he doesn't need to warm up for it. Just play it.
2 other things, and then we'll close this out, and we have a little thank you speech to do as well to all of you, because we really do have a lot of love for every one of you. In no particular order, Carla and I are sneakerheads. We enjoy shoes. We're not rich, but sometimes if we're lucky to get a pair of shoes, and it's a rare one, we'll get the pair of shoes. I think the latest purchase was your Serena Williams shoes, the Jordans. Anyway, don't worry about it. But Carla pointed out one thing today, and I've noticed it many times with Rafael Nadal's shoes. So Rafael Nadal.
Yeah, I gotta get this Rafa shoe.
Let me tell you why it's difficult. So Rafa has always played with the Nike Cage shoe. Okay, and there's been Cage 1s, Cage 2s, Cage 3s, Cage 4s, whatever. Rafael Nadal is he's very OCD. He's obsessive compulsive about certain things, like his water ball, picking his butt, a lot of the balls, the way he sets his bags down, whatever. Rafael Nadal's shoes, if you look at them, if you're a player and you've always bought the Cage line, you'll notice when you get your Cage shoes in the mail. And I have a brand new pair of Dornbecker Cages. Can you go upstairs in my closet and give me that blue box of shoes? Blue box. It's in my closet. Rafael Nadal's shoes, you'll see a tongue. The tongue of his shoes, you can pull the tongue up, and you'll see it's like a cushiony tongue. Whereas if you get the regular Cage shoes, it's like more like a sock. You pull the shoe on like a sock. Now, the tongue enables Rafael Nadal not to have to deal with not a lot of space between the top of his foot and his foot. So the sponge tongue allows for comfort and like absorbability, whereas the sock pulls in tends to give a little bit of room there. Rafael Nadal's exact shoe are very tough to get because of this. He has them custom made with tongue. Also, the Cage 4s that are out now are never the shoe that Rafael Nadal wears. Rafael Nadal still was the same design and makeup as the original Cage 1 and 2. Anyway, maybe you don't care, but sneakers, we have a business. It's called Stand Tall Sneakers. So we have 5K Tennis podcast. We also have Stand Tall Sneakers where we hustle sneakers, and only rare ones for that matter. We used to buy and sell them all the time, stuff we would find and used in pre-owned, but now we just kind of get the latest releases if we're lucky to get, and then deal with those. But it's very difficult to find the Rafa cages with the tongue because they always come a snug fit like a glove. Okay, I'll give you an example. So this is a pair of Rafa Dornbeckers that I got recently. I've never worn them, and I don't plan on wearing them. But here's an example. So here's the Dornbecker, okay, and here's the tongue. It's a glove. It's in there. It's not separated from the shoe. So these were Maylie Phelps. This was a Dornbecker Graduate, which is a kind of a place that for charity for people with disabilities and so forth. So there's a sticker on the back. Anyway, but the difference between Rafa shoes and the release is that's not the same year model.
It's not the same, yeah.
Not the same year model. These I will keep, and I will sell them in like 10 years for quintuple of what I paid for them. Always be hustling. Okay. Anyway, last thing I'm going to squash this with is an article I read today of the 10 most dominating.
Yeah, here's his shoe, right? So if you look at it, here's.
Yeah, look at it. Show him.
But it doesn't look the same.
Yeah, it's different.
It's not. It's the tongue. His sticks out.
Yeah. See, here's the glove.
They can't see.
Thank you. Yeah, see, this is the coloration that Rafa's wearing, but it's not the same shoe.
It's not the same shoe.
His
tongue sticks out.
He has a tongue that sticks out. It has a little bit brightly colored laces, and then the sole goes straight across. Rafael Nadal. Can you Google up Rafael Nadal's original K shoe, and you'll see the right shoe. Anyway, I really wish I could find. I looked for a pair of his custom shoes before. They were over $1,000. I'm not going to pay $1,000 for a pair of shoes. I mean, I have before, only if I know I'm going to sell them for triple that. But if it's $1,000 pair of shoes just for novelty reasons, I'm out. But if I know if I can buy those shoes like these Dornbeckers, I know I can get $1,000 for them in a couple of years. I mean, you got to check them out. The whole shoe.
I've had a lot of Rafa shoes in my life.
Yeah. So, I mean,
yeah. See, he always sticks his out. If you look at it.
Yeah. This is the Melee. Never worn. Really nice shoes. Still got the sticker on the bottom.
Oh, I never seen these.
Boom.
Wait, when did he have these? I've never seen those.
Which one? Those were when Federer had his. Those
this is Rafa. I like those. I'm gonna
see, here's the other one. See, and the tongue is there. I look, it's still got my tag of authenticity. I had to get these. I got these on eBay as well because they were sold out within 5 seconds, and I didn't get the lottery. So yeah. Nice shoes, but it's different. It's different. You know what I mean? It's a different shoe. It's not the same shoe. I mean, I'm happy about them, but I mean, I'll never wear them though. Like the Jordan 11s, Jordan's 11s were the same way. Like if you get a pair of Gamma or Bread Jordan 11s, Bread or Gamma Jordan 11s, man, you're in. You're in for sure. No doubt.
All right, ready?
All right, so I'm going to read you this list. And by the way, these were those Trae Young, the first Trae Young shoes too. These were nice too. I think Bobby Harris got a pair of those. The Trae Youngs. That's the Trae Young one. Right? So a nice shoe as well. I'm going to start wearing these as a court shoe as well. Pretty slick though, right? All right. All right, last thing. Ready? You know what? I tell you what. Next Wimbledon. I'll put this out there. Next Wimbledon, subscribe and pick the finalists and winners of Wimbledon, and I'll put these shoes up.
Please don't.
I'll put the shoes up.
No, because I won't let you buy any more shoes. I just told you, you won't buy any more shoes. There's no reason to invest in shoes if you're gonna do that.
All right, and I like to give back to the community.
Not me.
I like to give back to the community.
Not me when it hurts us.
You don't like to give back to the
community?
community?
No, we'll keep the prize money. Don't give away the shoes.
Always.
Then I get mad at you when you buy shoes.
Always give back to the community. Never forget where you come from, because you can't take anything with you to the grave. You can't take anything with you to the grave.
I'll wear the shoes then.
From the cradle to the grave.
But I hate Trae Young.
I'm not a big fan of his game. That's okay. Who said that?
Trae Young is dope.
Why do you say that?
Who hates Trae Young?
It's okay. It's okay.
Oh, Drent.
Drent tennis. I'm not a huge.
And Trouble Mind says Trae Young.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Trae Young. He is a good player. He's a little quirky. You know, he's a little short, but that's okay. He's a good player, but I'm not a big Atlanta fan. But I love the shoes, though. I love the shoes, so I got the shoes. And these are the Trae Young ones.
All right, babe, come on.
See it on the back, right here.
Come on, you're extending this too long.
Boom,
I show my shoes.
Okay, but anyway, okay. Here's a list, and we're gonna finish this list. We're gonna finish this show with this. Yeah, Jay Morant, exactly. Ja, let's go, Ja. Big time. He needs a supporting cast.
Thank you. I am a sensible person. With me, you'll save. With him, you won't.
Hey, John Morant needs a little help. He can't do it alone. That's why he got injured.
If the end of the world came, you would want to rather have me than him.
What?
Trust me.
Really? Well, can we be on the same team?
He said I'm more sensible. I'm just saying. I save more. He spends more.
Okay. Last two things. Yeah. There was an article we read. This is the end of my notes. We read an article a little while ago of the top 10 most dominating athletes of all time. Okay, I'm gonna read you the list. If you can think of another one, let me know. I was thinking Jack Nicklaus should be here, but anyway, in no particular order. Michael Phelps, swimming.
Definitely a fan.
Dominating.
Yes.
Tiger Woods, golf.
Not a fan.
Not a fan either, but he dominated. But so did Jack Nicklaus and a lot of other people. Floyd Mayweather.
Not a fan.
Me too. I am a fan.
Womanizer, womanizer, womanizer. Next.
Why do you call him Jay? Why do you call him
Sorry, sports. I don't like womanizers. Next.
When I look, okay, hold on. Let me focus on Floyd Mayweather just for a moment. Floyd Mayweather is the boxer.
And hits people.
Never lost, undefeated. It's okay. He peppers them. He's like,
no, he hits.
He scores points. But
next.
What? Don't mix personal life with sports.
I have to.
I don't care.
I do.
I don't care. I don't do that. I don't mix.
Right.
I'm not Wimbledon. I'm not Wimbledon.
You don't do that.
I'm not Wimbledon. It takes away points because of a war. What the hell does that war got to do with Wimbledon? No, it's because Boris Johnson's a party animal. That can't. No, Boris Johnson got too drunk last night and he can't think correctly, so he did that.
Yeah, next.
He's still drunk. He's hungover.
Who's next?
He's probably missed the plane to Turkmenistan. I don't know. Okay, Jonah Loma.
No idea who that is.
Rugby player. Has anybody ever heard of this gentleman? But I did read he set a scoring record that was unprecedented. Okay, Jonah Loma. I never heard of him. Serena Williams.
We all know who she is.
Personally, I think Serena Williams can shove a golf ball up Tiger Woods' ass and probably would get away with it because she didn't get away with it shoving that up the U.S. Open person's ass. Anyway, good luck, Serena, but she won't win another major. Wayne Gretzky.
She won enough, and she's rich.
Wayne Gretzky.
Yeah. Good
okay. L.A. Kings. I was in Southern California when
yeah.
Usain Bolt.
Yeah. Agree.
Boom. Rocky Marciano. Rocky Marciano.
Of course, we've all heard of him.
Yeah. Well, Rocky Marciano at one point in time, he got to, I think, 59-0 heavyweight division. 59-0. Maybe it was 60-0. I can't remember. I didn't write that down. But Rocky Marciano's record until it was beaten stood for like 60 years. Incredible. The next one, Sir Donald Brodman.
Ooh,
Sir Donald Brodman.
Maybe I should watch it.
A cricket player. A cricket player. And again, no particular order. MJ, Jordan, 2-3. What's up?
Everybody knows who it is.
Everybody knows. My favorite moment with Michael Jordan is when he was playing the Utah Jazz, Game 7. He posted up on the 3-point line. No, I think he might have been inside. He jumped up, nailed the buzzer beater. He jumps up in the air and goes with his legs spread out like. That was my moment.
Jesse Owens is a good one. That's for life.
Yes, and that was when he wore the Bordeaux 7s, and we got the Bordeaux 7s. We got like 4 pair of them and sold the Bordeaux 7s and made a killing.
Well, you're supposed to say Raducanu not on your list, but she's gonna win 15 slams.
Raducanu who?
Chris Cooper said that sometime you and him need to have a chat about Djokovic.
Raducanu who? Raducanu who? Rafael Nadal, by the way, another record. Rafael Nadal becomes the 3rd man in history, only the 3rd man in history, to win a major, defeating 4 people within the top 10 to get there.
We talked about this.
I know, but let me get to the punchline though. Finished. Felix, Djokovic, Zverev, and Ruud. Now, what's funny about it? It's kind of like Swiatek rolling her way through the final.
But she had to play a top 10 player.
Okay. I understand that, but it seems like it's just right now with Djokovic out of the tournament, it's Nadal and everybody else, and Swiatek right now is Swiatek and everybody else.
You didn't say that when he started playing earlier.
Anyway, lastly, is this and no more tennis coverage.
Loves to talk.
What? I'm just trying to say thank you.
If you were a teacher at school, you would repeat everything 3 times.
That's all right. That's how you learn from repetition.
Yeah.
That's how you let shit sink in.
Right.
All right. Anyway, thanks so much to all of you. Every major is incredible. We always have a really good time with this. It's like we don't have a chance to go very many places. We work and we have kids, and it seems like we're on vacation when we get in this room. It's a really good energy for me. So with that said, thanks so much to everyone out there. Every time someone watches this or someone new in the chat, we get really excited about it. Everyone out there, much love. Great that tennis is here, and great that Rowdy Every Lap and Jack and Chris and William and Zest for Life, Ryan and Wayne Chia and Bobby Harris and Sister the Queen, Luki from Poland.
There's so many.
There's so many. Wayne Chia. The list goes on. When majors.
But no Rajesh.
Rajesh Kumar, what's up? He's in Houston.
He probably will never see this because you know.
Yeah, Philly Cheese Dog, William Spencer, Boris Adar, everybody. It's a really good time for us during majors. We used to work really close to here, so we
Where are you, Stefan? Oh,
Stefan Nizovic, he's out there. Ivan is another
There's
one. Rowdy every lab. Yeah, all you guys. It's every time there's a major, it's really a fun time, and it makes life easier to navigate. So we will again be doing Jose P. Yes.
Alex
Couillard. If keep coming up with names, you come up with them. Stefan Nizovic, I think I just said that. But again, we always do shows in between majors. We always do shows in between majors. It's more like every 3 days or every 4 days. But we will again get right back to everyday shows for Wimbledon. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget that we will be giving away $600.
Get in contact with me, Con, about how I get it to you.
Yes, is Con there?
Nope.
Yeah, Con, when you log on, we owe you $50. We'll send it to you immediately. Tom Chi as well. Gene, we already sent you yours. And William Spencer, your hat. The post office isn't open on Sunday, and we work Saturday. We'll get it out tomorrow. We teach all day. Hopefully, you'll get it. And lastly, but not least, thanks
Don't step on that, buddy.
Yeah, thanks so much to all of you. It's really such a great time, and if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't have a kind of a place to get away from our normal grind. So thanks a lot, and again, we'll be back in a couple of days to do more shows as tennis news comes out. Don't forget, a lot of you out there watch this because you've watched my hurricane coverage videos. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go to our homepage on this channel and look for the playlist weather videos, and you'll see some pretty good videos. Hurricanes destroying our houses. And
he's crying because he didn't defend his title.
So the hurricane season, it started in the Atlantic Basin. So the hurricane season started just a few weeks ago. We already had our first tropical storm roll across the west coast of Florida, back out to the Atlantic. The first time I get any type of projected path, myself and Ryan Mason and Robert Frush, which you see as SD Tennis in the chat, we'll get on the forecast and the storms, and we'll get out in the water and start getting ready for some rough weather. So hurricane season here, so get ready for those weather videos as they come out. Hopefully we don't lose our house again, and if you want to see us lose our house, just go to Hurricane Sally on the playlist weather videos, and you'll see our house get destroyed. I have actually filmed it happening. So anyway, much love. That's it. Great French Open. Let's go! Woo! Ric Flair.
Adios.
Yeah.